Welcome to this tutorial on how to create a virtual visit to your campus. In this video, I will provide a suggested format for the virtual visit, an overview of the equipment I have used, the many lessons I have learned while using the equipment, and the recording of the video and sound. MTU has 6 campuses across the south of Ireland. In scripting the structure of the virtual visit for MTU, it was decided to record a piece from 5 different presenters across 3 of our campuses. The biggest of the campuses, Bishopstown in Cork, the National Maritime College of Ireland, which is located on the shores of Cork Harbour, and our North Campus in Tralee. It is suggested that the overall virtual visit should be circa 5 minutes, with 1-minute clips from each of the 5 different presenters. The word count for 1 minute is approximately 450 words, which is very short in reality. Each of the MTU presenters were asked to discuss how the Sustainable Development Goals, or the SDGs, are integrated in their particular fields. The camera which was used for this project was the Insta360 X3 model for recording of the visit. This comes with a handheld extension stick, as you'll see here. But we also got a heavy base plate and stand to allow for the camera to be mounted safely and securely in externally windy conditions. You will see here the heavy base plate, which is approximately 2 to 3 kilos and has an Insta360 extension stick attached to it. And this has been used for all of the external video making. It is extremely important that you get something similar to this, otherwise the Insta360 will topple in windy conditions. It happened to me. And if the lens gets scratched, your only option is to package up your camera and return it to Insta in Germany for a replacement lens. You have the option of buying lens protectors, which I've purchased but have not fitted yet. You'll see here the protective covers I have on the camera to protect the lens and the viewing or the control screen as well. The primary way that I use or control my camera is via the Bluetooth on my iPhone 11. You download the app from the App Store and the link to the camera to your phone, as you see here. So here I'm synchronizing the camera with my phone. The SD card for the camera is located here in the same opening as the battery. Another lesson learnt is always format your new SD card. To format your card, swipe down to enter the shortcut menu, tap the settings icon, then tap camera storage, then format storage. When setting up to record, you have a few options. You can record Insta360 photos, 360 video, 180 photo, or 180 video. Make sure you have the camera on the correct setting. You want to set it to 4K quality. The tutorial section in the Insta360 Studio has some great tutorials, as does YouTube. The camera can be plugged directly into your laptop after recording or insert the SD card. The 360 videos are then edited or converted into MP4 files in the Insta360 software. I'll show you this later in this tutorial. To record sound for this visit, a set of DJI wireless microphones and a charger set were purchased. The case contains 2 recorder microphones with wind mufflers, a receiver and a charging case. The receiver can be plugged into your phone or iPad, etc., and the sound recorded via Bluetooth from the recorder to the app, such as voice memos on the iPhone. You can also record up to 8 gigabits of voice directly into the recorders. These can then be plugged into your laptop and the voice recordings downloaded as an MP4 file. This, in my view, is the least complicated option and the one I used in making this virtual visit. Remember to use the muffler if you are outside, otherwise you will only hear the wind. For external recording, here you will see the setup with the camera mounted on the stable base. I operate the camera via the Bluetooth connection on my phone. Depending on the Bluetooth capability of your phone, I found it better to turn on the camera and then leave my phone on the base, so as to ensure that the Bluetooth connection is always maintained throughout the recording. Ensure that both the voice recorder and the camera are turned on and recording. I then disappear out of the view of the camera behind a wall or a tree and the presenter is ready to say their piece. The most important thing is to ensure that the presenter claps slowly 3 times, puts their hands down, waits a second or two, and then starts to present to the camera. It's these claps that help you to align the externally recorded sound file to the video file. This happens later in Adobe Premiere Pro or similar editing software. In making the MTU virtual video, you will note that the presenter starts at one location and moves in a circular fashion, either clockwise or anti-clockwise slowly. This encourages the viewer of the YouTube video to follow the presenter as they give an oversight of that particular section or location within the university. Once you have recorded the video and the audio file, you are now ready for the editing part of this video. The software which was used for editing was Premiere Pro, which is part of the Adobe suite of software. The Insta360 video was imported into 360 Studio, as shown here. So within Insta360 Studio, we open the file that we want to export from Insta360 as an MP4 file. So here I've clicked on the file that I want to export, and we just wait for it to open. Within Insta360, you can clip it if you want to within here, or I'm just going to actually take it, the file as it is, and I'm going to export it fully as an MP4 file, which I will then bring into my Premiere Pro program. So here I'm happy that I have the correct file that I want, and I'm just going to click on export. And I want it to be a 360 video, and I give it a file name, and I give it the file path that I want. Once I have this completed, I will then just click on the export button, and the file will come out as an MP4 file. Now you'll see here the size of the file as well. These video files are large. So now my export is starting, and I can see here the progress if I just click on this button up here. So I'm not going to do any more editing within the Insta360 Studio. You could do some editing there if you want to, but I'm going to do it in Premiere Pro. So now I click on Premiere Pro and I start a new project. And within Premiere Pro, I now go into my C drive where I have my files stored. I have 2 files I'm looking for. I'm looking for my video file, and I'm looking for the externally recorded voice file. So I need to go to the appropriate folder, which is in my C drive, and I find both of the files I'm looking for. So I go down here to my video temporary folder, and I click on my Insta360 video, and I click on the file I just named as raw footage. I go back then to the temporary folder where I click on my voice recording and I press create. So this now creates the file for me, or the project for me, which will have both the video file with the sound that was recorded on the Insta360, and it'll also have the externally recorded voiceover or the sound. So the externally recorded sound is the green file here. So I'll bring this down to another channel, like so. And now I'm going to highlight both audio files by right-clicking on my mouse. And I click here and I press the button that calls for it to be synchronized. Now what will happen is that the 2 audio files are going to align, and they align using the clap. That's why this clap is so important. And if you look closely at the audio files, you'll see the spike in noise, and that's where the clap would have occurred. This actually was 2 takes of my video. I'm now going to mute the channel. That is the voice from the Insta360 camera, and I'm just going to use the externally recorded voice. So come here to the start, and we see that we actually have our video that we're looking for. So now within here, I can look to make sure that I'm happy with the quality of the sound that was externally recorded. and I can use this button here to toggle forward in the video. And this is the play and the stop. We can also clip within this field here if we want to. You'll see there the spike in the sound. So now the next thing I need to do is I need to start to add a label to my video, because I want to put my name or my title on my video. So I go to the point where I want to insert the title. And I go up in here into the text file. And I press on the text and a new layer. I can also do it using the T down at the bottom. And here we see we have a new layer, and I click on this, and now I get rid of the new text layer lettering, and I put in my own name. So you will see that this is actually Toma. So we can set the different styles of the font within if we want to. And I can do a lot with the different captions. But I'm going to go back to Toma. And I'm going to change the font size. I'm just going to get rid of these two extra layers here. And I just see here that it's Dr. Mary Moloney. So I go up in here to workspaces and I click on editing, and then it gives me this pane here where I can change the font style and the font size. I want to go with 75, which is what I've used in the video of the virtual visit. And I can change the different fonts down here to be it italics or bold, etc. Now, the next thing I need to do is I need to curve this label so that when I'm looking at the label, that the label is curved on my Insta360. So here I'm adjusting the timeline here to stretch out the label so that I can see what I'm doing. So I go into the effects and I'm after adding a plane to sphere effect onto the label with my name. And what this then does, it ensures that the text is wrapped. So it's over here in the immersive video, just plane to sphere and add the effect. So now, I suppose also to show how you can move within the different pages and how you can play and stop, how you can mark your different videos to do some more editing to them. And now I'm happy that my label is there. We can see here the plane to sphere panel and how I can change that font to be in different locations relative to the picture that's presented in the video. Now I want to unlock this second, the audio file that came with the video. So I unlock it and then I delete it. I can also edit within this pane by using the razor and then just select that and just press delete on both the video. And then I use the razor to cut the audio file. Like so. And then I use the pointer to select these and delete them. So that is essentially my video ready now for me to export. So I'm going to export directly into YouTube. So I have my YouTube channel. So I need to make sure to sign into my YouTube channel on the laptop that you're working on, and then to name your file. So the name of my YouTube channel is Engineering Insights with Mary. So I'm just going to sign in. And now my file is ready to be exported directly to Insights engineering insights. I do need to make sure, if I go down here to the video, I need to make sure that the video is of a format that is 360. So I'm just going to double check it by clicking on this button here and come all the way down to the bottom, and you will see there that it is a 360 video. So I'm now ready to export, and it will export directly into YouTube.